What's up, everybody? It's Soren Baker.
Amir, Rahimi.
Today on The Great Debaters, getting into some classic Cam. Alright, everybody, we're back on The Great Debaters, Amir, Rahimi, and myself. And as always, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's right down there and it's free. That enables us to keep coming to y'all as often as possible with as many great debaters, as many interviews, as many commentaries as possible. So please hit that subscribe button, like our content, share it, talk about it, be about it, each one, teach one, and we appreciate your support in getting us this far. And also right down there, too, is that join button. You can become a member of Unique Access Entertainment if you haven't already. So please do that when you have a moment. And if you haven't also, you can pick up your Unique Access shirt from the good people at slangsmith.com. So today, Amir, we're getting into Cam's Never Again. This is a 1993 album. Amazing project. A lot of very charged political commentary on here, social commentary, and brilliantly done, I think, by Cam. So, Cam, of course, Ice Cube affiliate at the time and protege. So, what was your first street knowledge, getting used to Cam here?
Yeah, man. I first heard Cam on Ice Cube Project, so Death Certificate being my favorite album of all time, I may have first heard Cam on that. I would assume so, since that was one of the earlier albums I'd ever heard. And I thought Cam did dope on that project. Cam also just being heavily influential on Ice Cube just in general, not only just on the writing aspect, but also just as a key figure in Cube's life in those years. So I had a lot of respect for Cam, and I wanted to check out this project, so I checked it out. And yeah, very good album, and not one that you see a lot of people talk about, unfortunately. So that's what me and Soren are here for. Hopefully we put people on or let them, step back in memory lane. But with that being said, one of my first picks is actually the single Peace Treaty right here. I have the cassette right here. Wow. Really great song. I think the production is just wow. Fantastic. The way the sample is used is just something else.
Solid scheme.
The bounce on the track is just epic. I think just the name Peace Treaty, and it is after the intro, so it is track 2, Peace Treaty. Just to start off the album like that is awesome. To just show that after the riots in LA, that let's go ahead and stand together, we'll form peace treaty, etc. And he's talking to his peers, and also Cam just being such a member of the community as well, and he has a history too. I think it's very important to get this from one of the leaders. It's always good to hear that, especially to his audience, who he's directly talking to, is awesome. So I think the lyrics are on point. I think the beat is awesome. I think the fact that he chose it as a single as well as track 2 was also very strategic and dope. The production, I just think it hits really all fronts there, and I really wonder what the people in the comments section will think about this. I really want to know what they'll think. So y'all who are watching this, let us know what you think about this song Peace Treaty, because I'm sure you guys like the song if you heard the album. But that's my first pick.
Peace Treaty is also one of my picks for Never Again, top 3, because let's just start with the beat before we get into the lyrics. This is the thing that I think in this era, in 1993, when quote-unquote conscious rap was starting to lose steam, I think it's because the production wasn't as good as it had been that we saw in the late 80s, especially the 88, 89, 90 era, where conscious rap was at its peak and was very prominent and dominant. And I think that Cam, as had been done with Ice Cube with conscious rap as well, continuing up to this point, Cam showed the forcefulness, the muscularity sonically, and the style that it could be done, where conscious rap could be done very forcefully. Dead Prez did it later. Cam did it brilliantly here with Peace Treaty. And, I didn't live in LA at the time, but reading about, seeing, understanding what was going on from afar with the gangs, with the riots after the Rodney King incident, and the announcement of what was happening legally with the officers. I mean, to hear this song and the power and the forcefulness and the pride and the fortitude that Cam shows it just instantly made me be like, man, this dude is not only phenomenal as I'd already thought he was from what I'd already heard on Colorblind and things, but man, Cam is coming in just dropping it in a monster level. And he was what conscious rap, I think, was missing too, in the sense that he was somebody not to play with. Like back in the day, you know, you didn't think you would play with Boogie Down Productions or with Public Enemy, you know, and that's the thing that I think kind of was starting to get away, is because gangster rap had come out and because gangster rap was, you know, ubiquitous at the time, things had taken such a hard, darker turn. But I think Cam showed you could have that street knowledge, you could have that, be street certified, but also still put out super positive, super thoughtful, super intellectually stimulating, intellectually challenging music. And Peace Treaty, I thought, was a brilliant example of that, and we get that throughout all of Never Again. But Peace Treaty just set the album off so brilliantly, and they made a video for the song. It's just phenomenal. That's my first pick. Amir, what's your second pick for Never Again?
Yeah, I forgot about the video. Yeah, I like the video as well on that.
Yeah.
Second pick is the one that ends side A of the album, and that would be Drama. This was fighting to be in my top three. My last pick is a definite top three one, but Drama's is a dope track. I really like the Sonics on this one. Again, just like we were talking about Peace Treaty, I think the Sonics are great on this one too. And we have Mr. Woody, who's also not like a household name
unfortunately
in the production community for hip hop, unfortunately. Really like the Sonics here. And one thing that I want to mention too, I mean, Cam, from a lyrical standpoint, this is another reason why it really upsets me when people, one of the like stigmas of West Coast hip hop is that the lyrics are not there, which is just clearly not true. You can listen to Cam's album. I just mentioned Death Certificate a few minutes ago. I mean, if you want lyrics, go there. Go to Cam's Neva Again. Go to many albums. We just talked about Della Funky Homo Sapien a few weeks ago. Go listen to these albums. One thing I also want to notice, which I thought was interesting, and I don't know, maybe Soren knows this, maybe not off the top of his head, but those two songs, the Peace Treaty and this song right here, Drama, they have 4 verses in them. And I feel like at this time, like 93, I feel like maybe 3 verses were becoming more popular. So I thought the fact that he was doing 4 verses was very interesting.
It was becoming more and more unusual because of things being made to try to get on the radio, and obviously with video being so significant as well for sales. But the radio in particular, that's why songs were getting into the 3 verses, because that was more standard, and because rap in this 1993 era started getting more and more on the radio as time went on. They wanted songs that were more fit in the radio format, so the 3 to 3.5 minutes, all that, and that typically doesn't afford you the opportunity, unless the verses are short, to have a 4 verse song. So it is increasingly unusual as time goes on to have these much longer songs.
Well, that makes complete sense, and the fact that Drama and Peace Treaty, which Peace Treaty did end up being a single and, you know, getting that treatment as well as a music video. But yeah, 4 verses, stellar stuff. Cam exhibits just excellence on it. That's my second pick.
Yeah, Drama's one of mine too. It's just, you know, he's telling these different stories, the different levels of drama and the ways that drama are happening in the neighborhood, in his environment, and what he's seeing. I thought was very powerful because throughout Never Again, with Hang 'em High, I mean, these different songs, there's all different types of drama that's going on throughout Holiday Madness. A lot of these songs are just filled with it. And Drama, I thought, was so good because Holiday Madness is brilliant, Hang 'em High is brilliant, but Drama, I thought the storytelling, because it's more specific instead of a general thing with Holiday Madness, for instance, I just liked the more specificity that he had on Drama, whereas Holiday Madness, another one that's almost one of my favorite songs, it's more of the general lunacy of how we celebrate certain things. So, that being said, Drama is amazing. And then of course we get, because this is coming from the Ice Cube, DJ Pooh, Stan the Guitar Man world, especially of this era, the boogeyman type of thing, it's very funk. And so we're hearing these Parliament Funkadelic, Flashlight, these George Clinton type of samples being used, and Drama of course includes that as well. But I just love it, man. I think Cam as a storyteller doesn't get enough credit, and I think sonically Drama has a certain urgency to it that I think ties in well with not only the subject matter but the song title and what's happening on Never Again, because there's just so much that's going on, and it's coming out of a place of anger, disappointment, rage, ferocity, and the funk is used in this instance on Drama, as we detailed as well with Never Again, to help accentuate that. And I just think Drama is a brilliant example of that on every level. So that's my second pick for Never Again. Amir, what's your third pick?
All right, my last track. I think if you've been watching this channel for a while, you probably know what my last pick is. Ice Cube being my favorite rapper of all time, this being the early 90s, it's going to be Watts Riot. I think that, one, it's very interesting, and I just find it odd how this album doesn't really boast any features on it from a rap perspective. And right here, Watts Riot does not say featuring Ice Cube on it. Maybe back when they sold it back in the days and had the plastic on it, maybe there was a hype sticker that said featuring Ice Cube, but I don't know because I bought this used. But right here, it doesn't highlight Ice Cube on it. It does say exec produced by Ice Cube, the album, because, that it was. But anyways, you think you'd highlight that. With that being said, once again, just like I was talking about earlier with my last pick, Drama and Peace Treaty, this is 3 Cam verses, 1 Ice Cube verse, with the Ice Cube verse, if I recall, being longer than the Cam verses. So another 4-verse track. Wow. We just talked about production. Once again, the production is awesome. Well, you have Ice Cube on the rapping perspective. Well, DJ Pooh did contribute on the album a little bit, because I noticed he did scratch on the album a little bit. But this one, he produced the song too. And DJ Pooh productions are always welcome here. We want more DJ Pooh production. He's also just a great artist in general. But yeah, the DJ Pooh production, awesome. Cam, I mean, first off, you have a song called Watts Riot. Watts Riot, you know it's going to be crazy. We just talked about Peace Treaty, it's talking about the LA riots, etc. Then you get Watts Riot. You have Ice Cube, Cam or Ice Cube, I forget which one of them says, light the cocktail and throw it. Yeah. You have Cam rapping, and then Ice Cube interjecting or finishing his lines or adding a little ad-lib in the background, which is awesome. You can tell they're in the studio together making this music together. Very collaborative effort. Ice Cube, I like how he also calls back. He says, we're putting Beverly Hills in fear because Hollywood burned down last year, talking about the Fear of the Black Planet song by Public Enemy, with also amazing Big Daddy Kane, which Soren and I did talk about.
There's the link to that one right there, Burn Hollywood Burn. Who had the best verse on that song, which is amazing. Amazing song.
And
we don't have the same pick, by the way.
We don't? Oh, well, yeah, you're right. We don't. So, man, you're referencing that greatness. Then he mentions Century City, and then Cam comes in and annihilates it as the anchor as well. He sets it up. Ice Cube comes in. Then Cam goes and sets it off again at the end. It's just this is what you want a collaboration to be, in my opinion. Really good stuff. And Cam, that guy is so freaking good on the track. That's my last pick, man. Love it. Love to see these Cube features. Love to see Cam holding it down. And DJ Pooh, just a great collaboration. So that's my last pick.
Watts Riot's not my third pick, but my third pick, at times intellectually, I wrestle with this type of thing, because Hang 'em High is amazing, Holiday Madness is amazing, Watts Riot's amazing, Drama, a lot of the songs that I love, but Still Got Love for Him is my third pick. And this is something I wonder that they did, for whatever reason they ended up doing it on the production side of things, but it's a more mellow, Cam's more relaxed in his delivery, and he's talking about still having love for certain things, and in a positive way, or a even though something's bad, he can still overlook that and he's still got love for what's happening. And in the midst of all the high energy stuff that's going on throughout Never Again, I found that the beat was very contemplative and reflective in a way that most of the rest of Never Again is very aggressive, very in your face, and very demonstrative, whereas Still Got Love for Him, I just thought it served as a nice little break sonically, and I think that it works so well. And you know, we got Dead Homies sample in there. Still Got Love for Him is so good, and it just shows Cam in a different dimension than when we see it a lot of Never Again, where it's much more aggressive and he's much more angry. Whereas I think Still Got Love for Him is kind of accepting what has happened and delivering things in a kind of a different way and a different perspective, which I just appreciate the variance of his presentation, the sound, and the style versus a lot of the rest of Never Again, which is brilliant, but is also, you know, basically on 1,000 on one side of the spectrum. And I thought that Still Got Love for Him was a nice balance, and it really worked well going with the rest of Never Again and the topics that he addresses brilliantly throughout the top to bottom of the project. So those are my 3 picks. You guys got Amir's 3 picks. As always, please hit us in the comments section. Let us know what you guys think are your top 3 picks on Never Again. Also, while you're there, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, tell a friend. Get these numbers going. Pick up your Unique Access shirt. Join us as a member. And always, we really, truly, genuinely appreciate all your guys' support in getting us to this spot in the game that we're at. We're hoping to keep growing. I'm Soren Baker.
Amir, Rahimi.
The Great Debaters, y'all.
In the beginning, hip-hop was ruled by the East Coast. Then the West Coast rose to prominence, thanks to gangster rap.
Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube.
Hip-hop changed the world. Gangster rap changed the narrative.
I'm representing for the gangsters all across the world.
And then changed the world again.
Cause I'll come and take your life away.
The history of gangster rap features unheard stories, unseen photos and documents, all with exclusive interviews from the founders and players who shaped gangster rap.
I think a real gangster rapper has to scare you a little bit.
The history of gangster rap written by veteran rap journalist Soren Baker. In stores now.
Yo, what up? This is DJ Quick. Be sure to pick up my homeboy Soren Baker's book, The History of Gangster Rap, if you really want to know what we do.